Hey, boy. Today I'm starting a new Dizzy game, as you can see, called Swampland Dizzy. So let's get into it straight away and hope my OCD doesn't bother me too much as I try to get into it. I need to do it again because I had a bad thought. Wait, I should check again to make sure that me face cams actually to make sure that everything's still going. Yeah. I need to do it again. And again. And again. And again. Okay, let's try starting the game up again. I need to do it again. And again. And again. And again. Need to do it again. And again. Okay, so here we are on the title screen, boy. And also seeing the interior of one of the key locations here in Swampland Dizzy called Yonder Castle, apparently. So, let's just check to make sure that the options are right, and they are. And this has got a nice, pleasant musical theme to the title screen, hasn't it? As the young folks stand waiting on the bridge here above the water. Makes you wonder if this is one of the locations we'll eventually come upon, doesn't it? This room in Yonder Castle here. Quite a funny name, Yonder Castle, as well, isn't it? So yes, without further ado, let's get started with the game and hope that I don't have trouble with my OCD as we get started. I need to do it again, so I'll just skip through this dialogue and let's get started again. So here we are, welcome to Swampland Dizzy, boy. A freak storm ensued. Dizzy, Daisy, and the yoke folks outing saturating parts of the land, boy. The storm caused a landslide, taking Daisy down with it. dizzy being more nimble, was able to jump aside to show off bravery. Oh, Dizzy, help me! I fell down the landslide, pray. I can see you, my sweet. I managed to jump to safety before I came down with you, boy. That's assuming you didn't notice me showing off with my athleticism, boy. Well, are you going to get me up from down here and rescue me, pray? Well, of course, honey, but I can't reach you. And if I come down there, we both be trapped, pray. Well, don't just stand there, pray. You better seek help. I'll see what you can find, which will be of use, pray, rather than just standing around and showing off and talking a big game, pray. Yes, sounds like our narrator's onto something here with his rather blunt suggestions, doesn't it? So let's leave Daisy in her discomforts for the time being and investigate the place and get away from those rather threatening-looking storm clouds too, as we arrive here in the marshland. What was that? Why was I just getting hurt for no reason just then? Yeah, I was worried I was going to fall down there. So that's like sinking sand or mud or something up there, is it, which was hurting me? And yes, our settings are right, just like I remember now that I think about it. So, is there anything that we do about this? It's really hard to see, isn't it? That marsh or mud or sinking sand or whatever it is. Unfortunately, it's possible to get by it without getting hurt if we jump skillfully over it, as you can see. Saturated marshland here on this screen. I don't think this one's going to hurt us, is it? There's a relief, boy. Saturated soil, boy. Intriguing trees, Batman. But what do we do about this curious phenomenon here, I wonder? There's a lot of marshland here, isn't there? Swampy and otherwise. But that's I see more swampland on the left, which will obviously be harmful to me, judging by what I experienced on the other screen before, and I can't even lower myself down there without getting hurt, but it looks like I might not be able to jump over there without getting hurt as well, doesn't it? But I'll try. Oh yes, that was very close, but I managed it. So what's over here then? We appear to be coming across some kind of habitation, it appears. The East Castle entrance, to be precise, I'm guessing. It's to be hoped this won't hurt me, this bit of ground, isn't it? With how it looks like it's directly exposed to the mud. But fortunately, yes, I can get down here. Is this some kind of a trapdoor here underground? I'm not quite sure. And there's coming up there too. So yes, we've arrived at the Yonder Castle. Welcome to Yonder Castle, boy. Anyone would think our narrator owned this place with how he seems to be speaking for the owners of the place, doesn't he? Welcoming me in here. Are these cute little fence panels here behind me, by the way? Looks like I could step over them just by cocking my leg over them. Oh yes, I'll overlook that little fact, that little observation, and let us proceed, eh? After all, as Lloyd Grossman would say, who would live in a castle like this, pray? And that's a curious portrait or landscape painting on the wall there, isn't it? Of rather sinister looking buildings and institutions, kind of. And is it just me, or do those light bulbs up there look kind of like the Dizzy Life symbol? You know how at the top of the screen there's three egg shapes indicating that I have 3 lives? Well, the light bulbs up there look like those eggs, except upside down and a different colour, curiously enough, don't they? Anyway, let's explore further in here as we get to this curious fountain here, which looks like the man-eating plant from Spellbound Dizzy, intriguingly enough, doesn't it? Access to the upper levels, eh? Yes, very curious indeed. Check up here later, but for now, let's look at what's more obvious around this place. Oh, that spider looks potentially dangerous and deadly there, guarding that key, especially with how fast it is and all. Yes, I'm not going to try and get that key just yet. Instead, I'll head into the basement and see if there's any food or anything with how, I had that unfortunate mishap right at the start with that marshland, or whatever you call it. That bat isn't gonna come all the way over here. Oh, it did. Oh, that's rather, unfair, isn't it? So yes, when I said about exploring in the basement looking for food after my initial mishap, forget it. So now, yes, I'll try and collect that key after all over here, now that I'm feeling much braver with my full health again. Now let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Wait, oh, this is gonna be hard, yes. I probably need to time this in a kind of efficient manner, don't I? Yes, like so. Cell key number C, pray. I wonder what this could be for, since we haven't come across any cells yet, have we? To think if I would have been brave enough to try and bypass that spider, I would have come across this food here. Such a shame, but what can you do when you've forgotten the layout of the game? And apparently we can't collect these milk bottles. I'm wondering now if that apple is actually food or an object by which I'll need to solve a puzzle or something. The West Castle door exit. It's solidly shut and not been used in recent times. Boy. Sounds like it'll take possibly more strength than our little Dizzy has in order to open this door, then, doesn't it? This music kind of sounds vaguely familiar with its melody. Not sure though. Anyway, seems like there's platforming to be done in this room, so I'll leave for now and explore the other rooms. Is there a puzzle to be done here? No. It's just that it looks rather curious, this platform, doesn't it? Suspended above a gaping black void and with how it looks like a fence or a bridge of some sort. So what could be upstairs? No, actually I'll check the basement first. So let's be heading down there and see what we find. Aside from the dashing portrait of the king up there, which looks like it could be a postage stamp pretty much. And we should be safer on the screen, approaching from the bottom, shouldn't we? I wonder if any of these fruit are collectible, if they're items or food to improve our health, maybe. To reinforce our general constitution, you could say, Sonny Jim. And I'm curious, wondering if that banana's actually going to be an object or food stuff to build our health up, but given that we saw fruit upstairs too, I'd imagine it's going to be food to build up our health for if we get hurt. Myself, the wall is unstable and it's crumbling by. So it sounds like we'll probably need to break it down at some point, doesn't it? But firstly, I'll just be heading out of here and upstairs again, just to take proper inventory of our surroundings and see what we have upstairs in the higher floors of the castle after all. This is quite awkward to get up the staircase, isn't it? Oh, we have a pickaxe which could potentially help us get through that broken down wall, I imagine, in the basement. Will this cell key get us in here? No. This seems familiar now that the cell key didn't work on this rather prison cell looking gate still. Anyway, let's try and get up there to get that pickaxe, eh? Maybe from over here on this other side of the upper level floor here. So are these going to be actual collectible coins, or is it just an object, or is it just a puzzle item? No, these are the collectible coins we'll be collecting over the course of the game, apparently, So let's be heading over here to get that pickaxe. What do you say? Yes. That should be helpful, I imagine, at some point in time. Just dazed myself yet again, but isn't there a cute sound when we daze ourselves? Quite a cute animation as well of Dizzy seeing stars as he's sitting, looking rather perplexed at those times. Oh yes, we're going up onto the roof apparently now, where we have cannons up here and cannonballs too. Curiously enough, a working firing cannon, boy. But I wonder what we'll have to shoot, if anything. Seems like we can't use any of them for now. Oh, we have a spade up here. I wonder what this will be for. I imagine it'll be used in that soil, in the midst of those marshlands we were in before. It's a Prussian mechanism, boy. But maybe, I wonder if this has anything to do with controlling the cannons, or just this descending cooking thing here, this little dainty chandelier type thing, maybe. I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of keys in here, isn't there? This could end up being rather complicated. The shutter door is operated by a counterweight. Oh, so that's what the mechanism in the other room's for. So I can't unlock this cell door with our cell key either. Still, I imagine I will remain perplexed for long, really. So, can I actually get up onto the ceiling, I wonder? No, the roof rather. I often tend to get confused between roofs and ceilings, being rather dumb at times. Anyway, I'm not gonna risk descending down there through the skies just yet. Instead, I'll take the safe way down to the lower level of the castle so that I can leave this place and see if I can solve that puzzle that I think I remember solving in the past with our spade. I wonder if that hatch door there is opened by this key. If it is a hatch door and not just some kind of boardwalk type construct in front of the castle there. So, we must be careful with this marshland, since it proved highly instrumental in my first death in this game. Or should I say the marshland to the east of this location was what proved instrumental to my first death in this playthrough. And yes, because of how this ground here is hard to see, this saturated marshland compared to the drier marshland surrounding it, it took me a long time to figure out that this was actually a puzzle the first time I played this game, maybe about 10 years or so ago. But now that I know that it's here and that it tricked me last time, maybe we'll actually be able to solve it faster and I'll be able to progress faster than I did the first time I ever played this, Yes. Use the spade to dig through the saturated clay soil and throw it away in the swampy undergrowth. Whee! Let's hope I'm not stuck down here with dangerous things now, And suddenly we get a rather up-tempo piece of music too. I don't like to look at that, but maybe we'll be able to get past this if we solve a puzzle or something at some point, baby dolls? Whee! By the way, what did they call that screen with the spikes on it? Surprisingly enough, they called it Dangerous Spikes. Such a curious phenomenon, baby dolls, Under swampy deposits, Oh, so this must be what we actually dug, which is falling down to the floor here, down the pit, you could say, underground swamp tunnel, as we head down this tunnel. This is getting awful adventurous, isn't it? East, the sun, west incline. Intriguing trees, Batman. A bad They're very creepy looking in these games, especially when they move in a rather erratic, haphazard manner. But this one isn't doing that, it's just flying in the same circle over and over again, the same oval circular pattern. I wonder if those logs are a puzzle or an object of intrigue. By the way, I'll investigate them because I can't resist. But it doesn't actually seem to be the case. Okay then, is this something of intrigue, this floor panel? Seems to be a weak, rotten floor. I wonder if our pickaxe will get us through it. Not gonna try that yet though, without us more to explore over here, as well as spikes with which we need to leap over. Yes. I managed that in a most expeditious and efficient manner, didn't I, boy? Boxes and a bridge. I hope I'm not gonna fall down here. Oh no, it's not weak, it's relatively sturdy, in fact. The end of the tunnel, and an axe. The main storage, hey barn. Well, now this is quite an intriguing location, isn't it? It's to be hoped that the dizzy equivalent of Jason Voorhees isn't going to be waiting in here, wanting to slash me to pieces, isn't it? I mean, that axe up there would be the kind of weapon he'd use for such an endeavour, isn't it? Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to be anywhere around this location. I'm trying to get onto that top hay bale so that I can check to see if that window is false or not, but it isn't. So what's up here? Another barn. So this is the main storage hay barn, and this is a small storage hay barn. And apparently I can't make it past these bales of hay. The bales of hay are blocking your way. Suddenly, we're a poet and we know it. I'm not gonna try anything there yet because I'm not really desperate for solutions yet. Instead, let's head off this way. Rather dangerous looking platforms. So yes, before I try that, I'm gonna try that puzzle, that weak floorboard. And by the way, can we actually walk here? No, so we don't have to worry about that liquid apparently enough, because it does look rather nasty and viscous, being that brown colour, doesn't it? Oh, this jump could be hard to make on the way back though, without I'll have to jump onto this box first. So I wonder what I should try first, because now that I think about it, those narrow beams actually look like an easier set of jumps, I think. Yeah, although they do look quite a bit rounded on top, don't they? It's like I can't really be sure whether or not I'll start rolling once I land on them. But I don't, fortunately enough. Yeah, quite an easy set of jumps indeed, Sunny Joe. I wonder if I'll be able to land on that platform though without falling down the hole. Yes. That was a risk, but worth it in the end. And I don't dare descend down there, do I? Not knowing what might be down those pits. That's not good, is it? Dangerous swampland. Warning. Dangerous swamp. Pray. And And remember how dangerous the little swampy pits were at the start of the game to my health and general well-being. Well, obviously I don't want to risk setting foot into that very large-looking swampland, do I? So let's try and make these jumps safely back to the other side, yes. No problem at all, Sonny Jim. And now to make that other potentially dangerous jump onto the box by the spikes over here. Wait, yes. Wasn't such a worrying task after all. So yes, let's try getting into here then with the axe. No? Oh no. Okay then, let's see if we can get back into the castle. I wonder if we need to chop these logs with the axe. After all, you'd think they must call it a log axe for a reason, wouldn't you? Unless we come across some loggy platforms or something that we need to cut through at some point or other. I wonder if we need to do anything with this marsh at some point, I suppose you could call it. Okay, I'll be heading back. Wait, I can't go back, can I? Now that we're down here and all. So, maybe I'm going to have to solve a puzzle or something in order to get back, maybe. So yes, I'm going to have to be heading back over this way, aren't I? I wonder if I need to land on top of these logs in order to cut them, chop them with the axe. No? Or if this is where we need to use the cell key for that matter. I'll be thorough with these other objects too, just in case. Looks like I've been playing for near enough half an hour now. I'll try chopping open the box with the axe. And even though they call it a cell key, you could try that on the box as well, but no. Wouldn't I need to cut this bridge with the axe, for that matter? Probably wouldn't be smart, though, would it, about that rather nasty looking liquid down there? So, what do we need to do here? Maybe cut through the hay with a pickaxe? No. After all, can't remember what I was going to say. Suppose. Well then, I suppose I don't really have any other option but checking these pits, don't I? Well, there obviously isn't a solution, is it? You drowned in the swampy water, boy. Well, the middle one did look a bit more habitable, though, doesn't it? Yes, and even though there's that liquid down there, maybe we could collect a rock or something. Oh, so this is a collectible item here. Doesn't look like I'll be able to get up to that platform though, does it, which I descended from? Oh, but I can, only just. Wait, no, I won't. Idiots for the time being. A girder section, eh? Could this be what we need to use in order to cross the swampy marshland, maybe? Okay then, time to make these jumps, which are actually rather easy. No? Oh, maybe we need to use it to get across the spikes then, maybe. What do you say, folks? Forward speed descending, and we'll try that. Across the bridge. I was worried I would roll when I was on top of the box then. But fortunately I didn't. Such a cheery musical theme this, isn't it? Helping to keep us optimistic while we're in this treacherous underground space here, with seemingly no way out, aside from ingenious solutions to problems we might come up with here, like this for instance. You used a good section as a walking platform across the spikes, boy. Oh, that doesn't really look all that reliable though, does it? Like it'll still take at least a degree of skill to get us across it, unless of course we can just drop onto it. But before we try that, I'm going to assume that we'll be able to get back into the castle that way. So I'll head over this way to those pits again and get our spade, no, our axe again, so that we have it on our person for when we get back to the castle, so that we can solve puzzles which presumably await us over there. And I was worried I'd just brush against one of those spikes and end up dying immediately as a consequence of it, since Dizzy games tend to be a bit cheaty like that, I suppose you could say. A little bit duplicitous in the way the obstacles are designed, and the manner by which they function at times. So it never hurts to be careful and vigilant, does it, Sonny Jim? When you approach such problems and all. Oh, I was nervous I was going to roll down into the spikes. That's always a heart in your mouth kind of moment in Dizzy games, I think, when you're worried that you will roll into a hazard, when otherwise you would have made the jump most accurately, I feel. So yes, we're almost there now, so let's see if I can drop onto the ledge without actually landing in the spikes. Oh yes, that was really close, but I managed it. A basement, a cellar, and a coin, and what looks like it could be an alcoholic liquid in a bottle. But then again, the last game I played, Volcano Island Dizzy, a bottle like that functioned as a medication bottle for Grand Dizzy, didn't it? And in this game, it's a bottle of Irish whiskey, curiously enough. So let's investigate upstairs. And yes, we're outside the castle again. So now that we're done that nice, neat and tidy little looping means of traversing the landscape, I'd say we should save the game and exit, because I've been playing for probably getting towards 40 minutes, and yes, I have been playing for 40 minutes actually. So yes, it's time for us to bring our video to its inevitable conclusion, baby dolls. So until next time, this video is over, bye bye. Bye.